Hi, I'm Tammy.
And I'm Rachel.
We're the co-creators of Rise Gatherings, Retreat Experiences for Women, and this is Rise TV. We are turned on to be here with Margot Schulman, who is author, love activist, and a coach, to talk about our Yonis. Margot is going to be at Rise Gatherings Getaway Weekend, May 29th to 31st, 2020 in the Pocono Mountains. And she'll be leading two experiences, her workshop, Turn Up Your Turn On, as well as her amazing body dance experience, Shake Your Soul. Thank you for being here, Margot.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with, what is a yoni?
A lot of people call it a vagina, which is actually not anatomically correct. But pussy, yoni, vagina, vulva. Vulva is the more scientific term. But one of the things that I like to do with women is actually find out what they call that part of them.
Well, interesting.
I don't know yours.
I call my yoni a vagina. I do, but my wife prefers to call it a pussy. But I call it with my daughter a nishi. And that's when I think about it, I'm like, oh, it's interesting that we use these other names when we talk about it with children.
My niece was little, she called it a foofy, and that just stuck for me and my husband when we refer to me. I thought it was really important to teach my kids the anatomically correct names, like we call this an arm and this a finger, and why would we have this awkward name that's a little silly for a body part, because then there's this, so I always used vagina with my daughter and my son. Like, I felt like they should know the real words.
Yeah, so vagina is the actual canal, but vulva is the whole, the lips, the clitoris, the whole area.
Yes.
And I'd say those words with her too.
Yeah.
Same.
I know,
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter's gonna love that this is now.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry.
Having the conversations.
Get right in there. This is the source of our femininity, right? It's the source of our creativity. And whether you're talking about that in the literal sense, right? This is where our babies are literally coming out of, or in the more energetic sense of the idea of our ovaries, our womb, our vulva, or yoni, whatever you want to call it, being the source of creativity, a real untapped power source for so many women. We start doing more spiritual work or self-reflection work, and we try to connect with our hearts, and that's great, and I'm all into that. Or we start connecting with our intuition, right? But there's this whole other section to connect to.
We both teach movement classes, and it's interesting when you said connect with your heart. That's a part of a class where there's often lay your hands on your heart, like.
That's so easier on your belly. I always think about that.
And then you think
it's just not said, but it's a part.
So
it's a huge part of our existence for all of us.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, even if we're, as women, even if we've never experienced abuse, even if we've never experienced trauma, there's still so much negativity that's put on these parts of our body, right? I mean, they're considered dirty, they're considered smelly, like, oh, dealing with your period.
If you call someone
gross.
A pussy, it's not very
It's a
positive.
weak term, or hide it, like put it away, cover up.
Right. You want to kind of let it have some positive energy, right? I like to say, just like you would start any other relationship, try to start a conversation with her. Let your awareness really sink into, and you can focus on your ovaries or your womb or your yoni, or you can go right into like, hey, yoni or foofy or whatever your term is, and say, I'm here. Like, do you have anything to say to me?
Once we have begun to open this relationship and to ask and to receive or listen, then how do we continue to stay connected, or what happens when we nurture this relationship?
The easiest thing to do, that it's really fun too, which is a plus, is to make the intention at the beginning of a day to check in with her throughout the day. How are you feeling now? Are you turned on now? Are you turned off now? And just keep checking in with her throughout the day. You can even set reminders in your phone.
The yoni reminder. Are you clenching? Are you relaxed?
Right. Are there tingles? Oh, like you see somebody, that's getting me tingly. Or like you smell a particular smell. Ooh, that is turning me off completely. Whatever it is, you're getting to know her, she's getting to know you, and she's learning to trust you more, and you're learning to understand her more. In everybody I've ever coached, it's always an amazing relationship that forms. And she's always like, I'm here.
Like, oh my
I'm
God,
ready.
they're here.
And I imagine like any relationship, the more you talk, the easier it is
Exactly.
to talk. Well, it may feel awkward at first if you're getting reacquainted,
Right.
then, or however you're getting reacquainted, even if it's not just through talk,
Yeah.
that it gets stronger with time.
Exactly. Yeah.
I have one last question, which is when you mentioned turn on. I think that originally, years and years ago, I might have said, oh, like turn on, you mean sex. And I think that a lot of people may think that. But what do you really mean by turn on?
So to me, turn on doesn't mean just sex. It means feeling excited about life in general. I can get turned on by a sunset. I definitely get turned on by music. I get turned on by smells, right? And it gets to what so many women that I hear from are missing in their lives, right? They feel like a lack of passion sometimes in their relationship and their marriage, but also in life in general, right? Where's the passion in my parenting? Where's the passion in my career? And it comes back to looking for pleasure and looking for joy throughout your life, not just in the bedroom or in a sexual realm, but focus on getting turned on in whatever you're doing in the moment. And then it's a lot more fun.
And letting her be the guide for pleasure, period.
Exactly.
Love that.
Exactly.
Well, thank you, Margot.
Yeah.
This was a turn on. If people want to have a full workshop with Margot Schulman, she'll be at the Rise Gatherings Weekend Getaway, May 29th to 31st, 2020 in the Pocono Mountains. And how else can people find you?
So I have a website, mindfulbadasscoaching.com, and there's a lot of free content there. There's some meditations and practices. I have an online course that I do. This is my book that recently published, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Margot.
Thank
you.
Thank you. Yay!